We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica, seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video. Yes, those of you who love justice, appreciate this video because the great Paula Llewelyn is back. Yeah, man. Paula Llewelyn stays as a DPP. That means the Director of Public Prosecution. Now, Philip Paula must be questioned by the cops. Yeah, man. Philip Paula should be in jail with Llewelyn Bradshaw because remember, Llewelyn Bradshaw is the one that killed his baby mother and his daughter. Yeah, man, for him, man. Philip Paula did not turn up at did not attend his daughter's or the mother's funeral. At the time when this girl was killed, yes, when the mother of Philip Paulwell's daughter was killed, there was damning picture that was circulating all over the internet with Philip Paulwell. Yes, man, with boys, little boys in his white brief. And shortly afterwards, and he was being extorted. We don't hear anything about that since the girl. And after the girl died, after she was killed, nothing more. We haven't seen any of the photographs of Philip Paula and little boys in beds. You understand? Yes. Whether the whether they were doctored or not. Yes, these were photographs that was all over on the internet. That was before that she was killed. Before his baby mother and the daughter was killed. And can you believe that this man, the same man, Philip Paulwell, so you're going to see, he was one of them, along with Gummy Bear, yes, Baby Trump, Mark Golding, the foreigner, who is in Jamaica, Can you believe a man who is not a Jamaican, pretending to be a Jamaican, and this man is so powerful that he's the one that in charge of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And he was one of them who was behind it to get rid of Paula Llewelyn because they could not corrupt her. And they have her up because of, they're talking about the rule of law. When I can tell you that if you want to become a criminal in Jamaica, or if you want your children to become criminal, you just let them become a member of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. All they have been doing is promoting criminalities. I told you already, they breed criminals like chinks in my community. You understand? It's not escape or escape, it's because of good parenting. It's only two of us from my age group is left. So we're going to let you watch our video of this same man. Yes, man, Philip Paula should be in jail. He should be, I don't know why the police in Jamaica are afraid to question this man. I used to support him, because, you understand, until I start finding out some things about this man, that he's corrupt, super corrupt. You understand? This man is not a patriot. This man is a person who support criminality. Everything about this man with the girl that was killed, just disappear off the radar. How that? How is this? So we don't support people like Philip Paula. So we'd like to see justice done in this case with Saraya Palwell, his daughter. So you're going to, right through the video, I want you to watch on the thumbnail, and you're going to see the names and the people who are involved in this murder of his daughter and the mother. I have never seen someone as callous as this man. Imagine his daughter was killed and this man did not even have the audacity or the decency to attend his daughter's funeral. And these are people who want to lead. And now, this is the same man who's telling us about the Constitution of Jamaica. When this man, along with all of these people, the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organized, never issue a statement about the dead baby of Philip. Not even a statement. That for show you how evil and heartless these people are. So we wanted to watch the video of them taking the after this happening now. Some people is gonna tell us that was before the Vibes Cartel. Yes, it was before the Vibes Cartel, but the reason why they are taking her to court is because she had questioned the detectives about the case of his baby mother and the murder of his baby mother and the daughter with Leota Bradshaw. And that is when they took her to court. The PMP took her to court. And it's talking about they are for rule of law. The PMP is responsible for all criminality in Jamaica. 98% of the people who are in prison, they are from PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, and they are PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporters, voters and activists. I am telling you because I am from a PMP community, born and raised in Jonestown and Concrete Jungle. Nobody can.
Michael Hinton, counsel for the victims. When we started our solution to this case, the first thing that we said is that the case is not about this case. It's not about how to do it. It's not even really about the extension of the case. The case is about the rule of law, about establishing a principle, and the same laws apply to everybody. And that the Constitution needs to be respected. And we think that's what the process ruling has indicated. So we are appealing to the ruling, the result of the court effectively saying that the Constitution requires everybody listening and not hospital.
Does this mean now that the DPP will have to step away from office?
As of today.
As of today. And there's no further challenge that she can make?
Well, I don't know what the government will discuss without the answer.
Mr. Paula, what's your reaction?
Well, I'll start pretty much the same way. We have always said that this was not about Miss Llewelyn, and it's more to do with our fundamental belief and respect for the Constitution. It is also an important statement on governance. All of these things can be avoided if there is respect for the opposition in power. This matter could have been dealt with by a conversation with the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition, and which is what the Constitution requires. And if that were done and respect is given, then we wouldn't have this unfortunate situation where a public servant is being embarrassed. So I regret that aspect of it, for sure. But I believe that the judgment was a good one.
You mentioned that if there was a conversation, there would be no embarrassment. But I'm not sure if this was the list where you were for the opposition leader. Would the opposition be minded then to agree on a further extension?
The way a country is run is by people recognizing the role and position of each other, the roles and position. And sometimes these matters are settled by the leaders. In a room, you submit the very royal contract, and that is how a mature democracy operates. We shouldn't have to be in Parliament one day summoned to pass a law without the requisite respect and confrontation with them. And I think this is fundamentally a commentary on that.
Mr. Paula, given this ruling, can we expect to see the opposition challenge, bringing more matters like this in matters where they feel like the government did not, break the protocol or did not consult with them, with the constitution, with things?
But we're quite clear. Our role is to protect the integrity and the sovereignty of the Constitution. And anywhere we see violations, we're going to address it.
Thank you.
So all of these people that you're looking at right here, they are members of the PMP criminal organization. This is Llewelyn Bradshaw, our cousin, and another man, the first hired hitman. So if you go and watch the series, it's right there on the Jamaica Young Police Channel, where Llewelyn Bradshaw, that is Philip Palwell, baby mother, she hired a hitman to kill the man's daughter and the baby mother. And then she hired a hitman now to kill the hitman. And that's how everything exposed. And it's happening in his constituency. And you want to tell people that, he doesn't know anything about it because they think everybody are dummies. So we're going to just give you, we're happy that as you can check on the channel, you will see that we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel have always supported Miss Llewelyn, because we know her from we were a young police officer. So Paula Llewelyn has returned as the Director of Public Prosecutions, and her reinstatement marks a significant blow to the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and its affiliates, which some critics allege operate as a criminal organization under the disguise of political leadership. We tell you that. No other blogger will tell you that. We at the Jamaica are the only blogger will tell you that the PMP is a criminal organization. Because we come from the belly of the beast. That's where they are the one that started the criminality in Jamaica. They are the one that imported guns and terrorism to Jamaican people, bomb making material, C4 and all of these things to blast up people building, send 2,500 young men, including our family members, to Cuba to train to come back and terrorize and kill Jamaican people. Not the Labour right did it. The PMP did it. 2,500. How many the Labour right sent overseas to train? 0. So the PMP is responsible for all the criminality. If you look, where most of the murders committed in Jamaica, it's always confined to the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization communities. So this development is especially critical in context of Jamaica's ongoing struggle with pervasive criminality and the societal normalization of unlawful behavior. I would say antisocial behavior. A problem often linked to the PMP LGBTQ plus policies and alliances. The PMP on allegation of criminal ties for years or decades, for 52 years. Critics, including us, have accused the PMP criminal organization of fostering an environment where criminalities thrive. They argue that the party has acted as an importer of societal decay, normalizing terrorism, lawlessness, and antisocial behavior. We are telling that, that's a fact. We have put our name on it, say yes, it's a fact. This has led to a deep-seated distrust among Jamaicans, particularly among the nation's impoverished and illiterate population, who often find themselves trapped in a cycle of violence and exploitation. The return of Paula Llewelyn signaled a renewed emphasis on law and order. As a seasoned and uncompromising legal professional, Paula Llewelyn is known for her commitment to upholding justice and ensuring accountability, even it involve high-profile or political sensitive cases. Her presence in the DPP's office is a clear message that those who seek to exploit or harm Jamaica's citizens for personal or political gain will face consequences. And we're glad that she's there, because she no play. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, they are not for the poor. They are for the destruction. The PMP, only thing they're good at when they come out, they're good at creating poor people and creating criminals. We are telling that. They do nothing for help poor people to elevate themselves. When I joined the police force when I did the police test in 86, I used to go high school at my age then. They can't even do the police test now based on the requirements that the PMP had put in. The PMP is the one that make it even harder for people who graduate from high school to get work at bank. They have to go university. A PMP do that. When Labour Right was in power in the 1980s, my family them were graduate from high school, get work with the government, big paying job. They may not have no degree. I PMP come in with that. Make everything hard for poor people. Make it harder for you when you're poor. I tell you that, and I ask you. Even with the police force, I understand. Them do everything to make it harder, to make you even make rank. And then them see them on come in, you hear them say now, the PMP change the age for join the police force from 30 to 40. And then they might tell us, say, if you're 35, nobody look for no promotion. You saw them do people. Yeah, keep them full and you control them. So we continue the journey. So the allegation against the PMP include claims that the party policies and actions have disproportionately harmed Jamaica's most vulnerable. Critics argue that the PMP's alleged support for criminal networks has not only undermined the rule of law, but also created a pipeline to disenfranchise individuals who end up in the criminal justice system. According to some estimates, as much as 98% of prison inmates in Jamaica come from socio-economic strata that the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization claims to represent. So if you come from a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization like Jonestown, Concrete Jungle, Trenchtown, Waterhouse, Maxfield, Whitfield Town, 90 if 100 of you as young men, 98 of you are going to prison. Because that's the only thing that the PMP breed are criminals and chinks. May I tell you, I just saw it go. We don't want to hear the truth, but may I tell you now, because PMP community, two we left. 2. So, yeah, when I say, oh, yeah, may I tell you now. So, it better, you understand, if fish come from the bottom, I see and tell us a shark live down there, you better believe the fish. So, may I tell you now, 98% of owner will come from Waltham, Whitfield, 2 Mile, 3 Mile, Seaview, Riverton, Waterhouse. 98% of owner I got prison or the departure lounge. Because the PMP community you come from. Them not teaching you nothing about unity and love. So these figures are not confined to Jamaica, but extend to Jamaican communities abroad, reflecting a troubling global trend. Look on the same thing. I see them thing when they move and come all America. Look on all of the Jamaican, the majority of them who's going to get deported to Jamaica. If you check them background, PMP, LGBTQ plus criminal organization background, me not ask you. I tell you. The poor and illiterate, those who are most in need of genuine advocacy and upliftment, are often the ones who suffer the most from the consequences of normalized criminality. They are exploited as foot soldiers in criminal enterprises, used as pawns in political schemes, and abandoned when the weight of the law comes crashing down. Paula Llewelyn's reinstatement represents a potential turning point in Jamaica's fight against corruption and criminality. Her tenure has been characterized by a no-nonsense approach to prosecutions and an unwavering dedication to the principle of justice. Her critics may claim she is too stringent, but her supporters see her as a bulwark against the forces that seek to drag Jamaica further into lawlessness. Her return is particularly significant for those who have a long called for accountability within the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. So the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization have a bad day. And we just want them to continue if you have a bad day. We want Mark Golden to get the port because I'm a Jamaican. So with Llewelyn at the M of the DPP, here is hope. Yes, there's hope that the investigations and prosecution will proceed without fear or affection, addressing the systemic issues that have plagued Jamaica for decades. the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization alleged role in normalizing criminality in Jamaica. It's not just a political issue. It is a societal issue. It's a societal crisis. This normalization manifests in many ways, from the glorification of gang leaders to the acceptance of illicit activities as a means of survival. It erodes trust in institutions, hampers economic development, and perpetuates cycle of poverty and violence. Paula Llewelyn leadership offers a chance to reverse this trend. Her track record suggests that she will not shy away from tackling these deeply entrenched issues, even if it means confronting powerful entities and individuals. Paula Llewelyn return to the DPP is a pivotal moment for Jamaica. It represents a renewed commitment to justice and a challenge to those who have benefited from the chaos of criminality. For the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization and its ally, they are having a bad day. This is undoubtedly, a bad day. One of the signals and the beginning of a more aggressive pursuit of accountability for the Jamaican people, especially the poor and the disenfranchised. It is a glimmer of hope for a future where justice prevails and criminality is no longer the norm. So Paula Llewelyn, a trailblazing lawyer and director of public prosecution. Paula Vanessa Llewelyn is a towering figure in Jamaica's legal system, celebrated for her groundbreaking career and steadfast advocacy and dedication to justice, serving as the director of public prosecution from 2008 to current. Llewelyn made history as the first woman to occupy the position, leaving a legacy of professionalism, resilience, and reform in the Jamaican legal landscape. This detailed overview delves into her life, career, and enduring impact. So she born at Victoria Jubilee in Kingston, Jamaica. So she a Kingstonian. And she had no corals, no corobunkers, or no mix up with no dirty bungle. Like Big Belly White Mark, Big Belly Mark Golden from England, or corals, corobunkers, and dirty bungle. Like a former FBI agent, Leadmouth Wilford Rattigan. Paula Llewelyn grew up in the bustling suburb of Pembroke. And time of them today say Uptown before PMP mashed it up. Her early education at St. George's Primary School and St. Hugh's High School laid the foundation for her academic excellence and determination. Driven by a passion for law and public service, she pursued a Bachelor of Law, LLB degree at the University of the West Indies at Mona, followed by legal professional training at Norman Manley Law School. All them should have the law school at name of Norman Manley. Them man a big traitor to black people. Him make Marcus Garvey go to prison. Anything with people oppress our people, them should not have no building name of him. All Mark Golding Pa, John Golding, all them the building if it rename and name it to black people. And them man they bring Paula come to Jamaica. So Llewelyn career begins in Montego Bay as a clerk of court in St. James Parish Registered Magistrate Court. In 1986, she transitioned to the Office of Director of Public Prosecution as a Crown Counsel. Over the years, she distinguished herself through meticulous legal work and an unwavering commitment to justice. Her ascent through the ranks was swift. She became a Deputy Director in 1993 and later Senior Director in 1999. Her reputation as a tough yet fair prosecutor grew during these years, with her peers often describing her as a legal eagle who possesses a deep understanding of both law and its practical applications. In March 2008, Paula Llewelyn shattered the glass ceiling by becoming Jamaica's first female Director of Public Prosecutions. Her appointment was historic, not for its significance in terms of gender representation, but also for the rigorous selection process she underwent. Unlike her predecessors who were appointed solely on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, Llewelyn earned her role through a competitive process overseen by the Public Service Commission. Her appointment marked a new era of the Office of Director of Public Prosecution as Llewelyn prioritized professionalism, accountability and modernization within the office. She brought a sharp focus to high-stakes cases, earning her accolades and criticism for her unyielding approach. Throughout her tenure, Llewelyn played a pivotal role in some of Jamaica's most high-profile and controversial cases. Among the most notable were 1. The Vybz Kartel murder trial. Llewelyn led the prosecution in the sensational trial of dancehall artist Vybz Kartel, who was convicted of murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Her handling of the case, despite intense public scrutiny and threat to her life, underscore her courage and dedication to justice. Paula Llewelyn afraid of no guy. You can't tell her that. Llewelyn office oversaw the extradition proceedings of notorious drug lord Christopher Dudus Cook, a case that rocked Jamaica's political and social landscape. This is the case where the PNP them ate her for the Traffic Bureau Behavior scandal. The BPP office pursued bribery charges against Traffic Bureau Behavior, a Dutch company accused of illicit payment to the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. This case highlights Llewelyn's commitment to tackling corruption at the highest level of government. Yes, so in 2016, she spearheaded the publication of Jamaica's first manual for prosecutors, a comprehensive guide designed to standardize prosecutorial practices and enhance transparency within the legal system. Paula Llewelyn's career was not without its challenges. The Vybz Kartel case brought death threats against her, leading to periods of heightened security and police protection. Despite these threats, Paula Llewelyn remained steadfast, emphasizing the importance of upholding the rule of law. That's why we love her. She not afraid. She not say no one was afraid of. Not even Big Belly Mark Golding, or Batty Face Peter Bunting, or Philip Palwell, who should have had jail with Leota Bradshaw. She was also a vocal critic of the government underfunding of the justice system. Her consistent calls for increased resources for the Office of Director of Public Prosecution highlighted systemic shortcomings that hampers the efficient delivery of justice. So in April 2024, that's this year, Paula Llewelyn stepped down from her position following a contentious legal battle over the extension of her tenure brought by the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization because they saw her as a stumbling block in their criminal endeavor. Initially, the court ruled unconstitutional by the Constitutional Court. So the Constitutional Court have no constitution, because if they are going to rule against them themselves, or extended term or later reinstated by an appellant court ruling, this legal drama underscored the complexity and sensitivity of leadership in public office in Jamaica. Paula Llewelyn's legacy is one of resilience, reform, and representation. Her tenure as DPP not only break barriers for women in legal profession, but also set new standard for prosecutorial excellence in Jamaica. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organ never like a strong black woman. Them like black women who bend to them and criminal and wash murderers' clothes. They don't like an educated black woman. No. That's why they don't like she. The manual for prosecutors remain a cornerstone of our impact, providing a lasting resource for the country's legal practitioners. Her courage in face of adversity and our willingness to tackle controversial cases have solidified our reputation as one of Jamaica's most influential legal figures, even although they tried to retire her. Our contribution continues to inspire a new generation of lawyers and public servants. Paula Llewelyn journey reflects the power of perseverance and importance of standing firm in the pursuit of justice. From her early days in Montego Bay to her historic tenure as DPP, she has left an indelible mark on Jamaica's legal system, proving that integrity and dedication can drive meaningful change in even the most challenging circumstances. So, you know that the government stand by her because she was appointed by the Jamaica Labour Party government, in which, as we said before, and I will say again, you have two political parties in Jamaica. One of them is a criminal organization, the PMP LGBTQ+. Remember, I don't want nothing from these people. These people have nothing to offer more than to encourage the children to become criminals. You see what they have done at the last conference. This is what Michael Manley did in 1976 with Bory Boy and fed them up from my community. These men were murderers. If you look on the stage, you see Rear Admiral Isaac Buchanan, a man twice convicted court dealer. You see Courtney Stammer, Terror, Samuels, convicted court dealer, Rear Admiral, deportee, and him have Lysigon. Then you see Vibes Cartel, a man who was convicted with murder. I know say a whole heap of murder is responsible for. And he was up there. And then you have the traitor now, Chief Curry. You understand? So in a landmark decision, the Jamaica Court of Appeal on Friday, last Friday, overturned the Constitutional Court earlier ruling that deemed the 2023 Constitutional Amendment extending Paula Llewelyn tenure as Director of Public Prosecution unconstitutional. So you know say it's a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization judge did that. Not a judge that was fair, but a criminal. We have whole problem in Jamaica. Criminal minded people. As I tell you, as Jamaicans, we were cultured, nurtured, domesticated and indoctrinated to be a set of people, of criminal minded people, not to follow the rule of law, always try to beat the system. That's how we were cultured. So I want to try to change. So this judgment has reinstated Paula Llewelyn to her position, solidifying her as a critical figure in Jamaica's justice system and bringing closure to months of legal and political uncertainty. No, boy, I hopefully, she could I hope them charge Mark Golding for fraud and she prosecute him and deport him back to England. It would be nice to see a black woman prosecute a big belly white man from England. Yeah, man, now, send him back to his country, him not come marry Jamaican. So the appellate panel led by Justice Christine Straw, and she have a sister named Jennifer Straw, determined that the Constitutional Court had erred in its April 2024 decision. The crux of the issue centered on two amendments to Section 96(1) and 121, open and close bracket, of the Jamaican Constitution, introduced and passed in 2023. These amendments increase the retirement age for the DPP, Section 2(1), raise the retirement age of the DPP from 60 to 65, enabling longer tenure for the office holder. Allow the DPP to effect to stay in office independently. Section 2(2) granted the DPP the right to extend their tenure without requiring the agreement of both the Prime Minister and opposition leader as previously mandated. Nice. So big belly mark can go back to his country. So the appeal court held that these provisions were valid, and upon the promulgation of the amendments, Llewelyn automatically benefited from their enactment. The panel rejected the Constitutional Court's interpretation, which had required bipartisan political agreement for any such extension. The judgment affirmed the government's position that the amendments were constitutional sounding and in keeping with the legislative framework. Anything that is good for Jamaica, the PMP LGBT criminal organization is not for it. I don't care what I want to say. Give me the book and not the gun. The controversy began with the government 2023 amendment to extend Llewelyn tenure as DPP. The changes were passed with a majority vote in both Houses of Parliament, citing the need for continuity in leadership and leveraging Llewelyn's experience to strengthen Jamaica's legal system. The opposition challenged the amendment, arguing that they violated constitutional processes and undermining checks and balances by removing the requirement for a bipartisan agreement. They contend that Llewelyn had already benefited from the 10-year extension in 2020 upon reaching the previous retirement age of 60, and any further extension was unconstitutional. In April 2024, the full Constitutional Court ruled partially in favor of the opposition, upholding the amendment that raised the retirement age but striking down the clause allowing unilateral 10-year extension. Ruling effectively forced Llewelyn to step down, ending her 16-year tenure and resulting in the appointment of Claudette Thompson as acting DPP. The government appealed on key arguments. Following the Constitutional Court's decision, the government, through the Attorney General Office, swiftly filed an appeal. The appeal argued that the amendments were consistent with constitutional principles and legislative authorities. It's maintained that 1. Increase the retirement age for the DPP was designed to ensure continuity in leadership and address the systemic challenges faced by Jamaica's justice system, allowing the DPP to elect to remain in office independently of political interference was a progressive move aimed at safeguarding the impartiality and independence of the office. 3. The Constitutional Court overstepped its boundaries by invalidating a valid constitutional amendment. The appeal court ultimately sided with the government, emphasizing that the amendment represents a legitimate exercise of parliamentary power and reaffirming the importance of constitutional clarity. So the implication of the decision for Paula Llewelyn, the ruling allowed Paula Llewelyn to return to her role as DPP, reinforcing her position as pivotal figure in Jamaica's justice system. With an additional 5 years to serve, she is expected to continue her service and strengthening procedural standards, tackling systemic issues, and leading high-profile cases with her characteristic tenacity. The decision underscores the independence of the office of the DPP by removing the requirement for a political agreement to extend tenure. This move could bolster public confidence in the impartiality of the justice system and pave the way for reforms aimed at reducing political interference in judicial matters. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization ate her because of the Traffic corruption bribe scandal. I hate them ate her for. It's a criminal organization. If there's some way that we can get the PNP to be labeled as a terrorist organization by Uncle Sam, Jamaica are going to be doomed with these people. You just look, any community where PNP outnumber the people them is a criminal community. Just look for Waterford where we used to live. A PNP community, I'm them mash up in a man. Bring concrete jungle come over there. You understand? Anywhere them, the more than 5 of them, somebody have it dead. That's how just so it go. So the rule represents a significant victory for the government, affirming its legislative authority and vision for judicial leadership. For the opposition, the decision is a setback. I like the limits of their influence in blocking constitutional amendment passed by Parliament. The PNP LGBTQ plus is not for the betterment of Jamaica. They are for the destruction of Jamaica and for themselves. And I say it without any apologies. Paula Llewelyn's reinstatement as DPP is not just a personal triumph, but a reaffirmation of her legacy as a trailblazer in Jamaica's legal system. The government's successful appeal underscored the importance of continuity in prosecutorial leadership, particularly in a country grappling with high crime rates and complex legal issues. As Llewelyn resumes her duties, the focus now shifts to the future of the Office of Director of Public Prosecution under her leadership. The judiciary and the legal practitioners alike will be watching closely to see how she using this extended tenure to further enhance the rule of law in Jamaica. Her return represents a renewed commitment to justice, accountability, and continued evolution of a legal system that remains central to the nation's stability and progress. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we celebrate the return of Paula Llewelyn. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.